Hello everyone, today I'm working on a 6.5 snapper rear mounted mower, and this is a 25-inch cut, and what I'm trying to do is adjust this deck adjustment lever here. What's happening is when I put this in a low position and I start cutting the grass, the deck automatically raises itself, and before I know it, I'm not even getting a good cut anymore. So somehow it needs to be tightened, and I don't have a book, I don't have a manual for this, so I'm trying to figure it out as I go along here, and I think I have the solution over here. So at the same time, you want to make sure that the deck is somewhat level front to back, side to side. Right now the deck is a little lower on the front than it is in the rear here. So we've got some barbells here, and as you see here, we're not able to put the barbell in there in the front, but in the rear, clearly able to do it with maybe a quarter of an inch, or eighth of an inch left. Let me back away here and let you see what it looks like. So you can kind of see that the front is a little lower than the rear. That is in, I believe, the second or third position. Now, if we're making adjustments to the side and the rear, you've got a couple adjustments back here, one on each side. The rear deck is held by these cables here, and there's only one hole, so you really can't make adjustments there. That cable runs back underneath to where I just showed you, so you can make your adjustments here. Now I have one loosened over here on the right side. You can kind of get an idea how you would do that. You loosen the nut here, and you've got this bar here, and it raises that cable or lowers it. So it's pretty limited, and once you get into position, you just tighten. Alright, so I'm back here. Sorry I lost the charge. So you've got some limited adjustment here for the side of the deck and the rear to raise that cable there. But today really what I want to concentrate on is, as I said before, is to tighten the control lever of the deck to keep it from moving back up after I've lowered it. So to do that, I'm going to have to work right here, and this is also how I'm going to be able to raise the front of that deck and level that off. Now some models there's going to be a big bolt right here that you can lower the front or raise the front of the deck with, but I don't have that on this model, and it's not over here. So basically we're going to be using this right here, and it is attached to this cross member here that raises or lowers the deck. So I'm going to get a socket here, and I'll show you how I can quickly raise it to where it needs to be, so that I can slide that weight underneath it here. Okay, so once again, you've got the weight here. It's not going underneath the deck in the front there. So I'm just going to tighten this off here. This leads all the way up here. And you can see clearly under there now. So that's how you can level off or raise the front of the deck or lower the front from right here. What I want to do is I'm going to put this back where we started. I'm going to lower it a little bit, and I want to put the lawnmower on its rear so that I can get a better look at that control lever and how it works. So with the mower lifted on the rear, let's take a look at this lever here that controls the deck height. See how it just kind of flops around? Okay, maybe you can see the little knobs here on where it goes out of position. I'm going to raise the handle and lower the handle. And it's the same way over here. It just runs. The lever just runs across to over here. You can see the same type of configuration maybe here. A little dark. I don't know if you can see that. Let me put my hand over here. I'm going to control it. It drops out of position. I try to put it in. So what I'm going to do is tighten it up here. This is where I was tightening earlier, and it would raise the front of the deck up. So as I tighten it, it will raise the front of the deck up, but it should also tighten the control lever and keep it in position better. So I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it some here, and then we'll check the lever here and see if it continues to fall out like it is here. Okay, let's stop right there and check it here. I can tell that it is getting tighter, a little bit better here. It's not as loose, not as much free play in there. I'm going to continue to do this just a little bit more. See how much I've moved it already. It's holding now. Okay, so we're going to go with that. It has raised the deck up, so there's a possibility that I may have to make adjustments at the rear of the mower, back where I showed you earlier, to level it off. But if I continue to do it here, it will get even tighter, and I've got quite a bit of room. The only thing is, it will continue to raise the deck, and I will have to make the adjustments in the back as well. So I'm probably going to leave it like that and drive it and see how it works and call that good. But that's what I have found here to adjust the lever here for controlling the deck position. Seems to be very tight now. this turned out great here. The deck stayed in the position that I wanted it to be in. It still has the correct level height that I originally adjusted it at. Hasn't moved. Now I did do a little test here on the side of the yard, and it looks really crappy. I'm going to show you that in just a second. What I did was I wanted to drop it down in a lower position than I normally cut. This is the position that I do cut, so I dropped it down to right there. Okay, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to see if it would hold, and I made one pass in my yard, and after I did that I was pretty much committed. So I really scalped it. You can see there, it looks pretty crappy. Will grow back though, no big deal. Got a lot of grass here to get up, but yeah, it totally held. Normally if I dropped it in a lower position like that, after a pass or two, it would raise itself up. So the adjustments that we made here has definitely kept it where it needs to be, and it doesn't raise up on its own anymore. So yeah, it's good. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up here, but I guess that'll be it. And thanks for watching. Until next time, have a great day out there, and take care.